But back to what you said about those agents, and leaking stories and stuff like that. Into the Cincinnati game. Okay, it's. I was told on a Friday that for the game call, be ready for Christian Darrisaw to play some of the game, and then he's going to leave, and then Blake Brandel's going to come in, and Christian's probably not going to come back. So I kept that in my back pocket so I could share it on the Vikings audio network and KFan when the time took place. And I mean, it was top secret stuff, but then that Saturday night, I see an Ian Rappaport the night before the game report pretty much. It wasn't exactly pinpoint on what I just shared with you, but it was pretty close. And then everybody picked up on it. And I'm like, how's that happen? I mean, like how does somebody find out something like that? So that agent route that you're talking about, I mean, that can be lethal. You're right.
Well, look, I don't want to talk too much about how the sausage gets made, but I've been in the meat grinder for 25 years. The primary source of information like that is the agents. The teams have no reason to make those disclosures. The agents share the information because they understand importance of having good relationships with the insiders, because those relationships can be tapped into for certain things as simple as, hey, I just signed this client. Will you post on your Twitter feed that has 11.6 million followers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but see, I'm sorry to clump there, Mike, but see, it's deeper than that because, now talking about how the sausage is made, where the bones are buried, it fascinates me. It's fascinated me for years how when I talk to coaches like a day before the game, maybe 2 days before the game, about certain things involving the other team, and they know the exact answer. And then that's how it plays out on Sunday with like who's playing and what's going on with so and so behind the scenes and stuff like that. And I mean that probably is agent driven too, because then I'm thinking like, all right, well, I mean, if another team knew that about the Vikings on a Friday before a Sunday game, then I would scour every single member who has access to that information within the team. And if I found out who shared it, they're fired. And that's the end of the story. But nobody ever does that. I don't believe it comes from teams. So I think you just kind of daggered a fascination of mine over the years.
Well, let me put another dagger in there. Since the Browns are the team the Vikings will be playing, I'm having a flashback to the most recent time the Browns were embarking on a coaching search, because Kevin Stefanski has been there for a while. But when the job was vacant in season, if you may recall, there was a Sunday Splash report that Condoleezza Rice would be considered as a candidate. Remember that?
Yeah.
Now, urban legend has
seriously. Yeah.
Urban legend has it that John Dorsey, who was the GM of the Browns at the time, deliberately gave that to a suspected rat in the organization to smoke out said rat.
Brilliant.
I don't know that that's true, but it sure as hell makes sense that that's how you would go about figuring out who's talking. You give one person one piece of information that otherwise would be implausible to the point of incomprehensible and see what happens next.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.